Hello guys, and welcome back into this video. In this video I want to go a little bit on a rant about Netflix and streaming services in general. So Disney, Hulu, YouTube, whatever. I want to go a little bit on a rant about Netflix, especially since we do have earnings coming up, and typically Netflix just likes to drop on earnings. On technical analysis note, we do have a very nice cup and handle on Netflix, which I want to talk about. So in this video I strictly just want to talk about Netflix. Netflix is also a very nice watchable stock because of the upcoming earnings. You guys know, especially in the Discord community, Twitter community, you always see these posts, $500 to $10,000 because of Netflix earnings, because of the drop of the earnings. So we are definitely going to be seeing a lot of gamblers, trying to predict the Netflix earnings, because it is going to be very, very interesting. Now, first, I want to start off with Bill Ackman. So as you guys know, Bill Ackman, very, very smart dude. If you guys, kind of know, hedge fund traders, people like Ray Dalio, Bill Ackman, they're very, very smart. This guy made a lot of money during the COVID crash. But anyways, he had, a $1 billion position on Netflix, and he sold that $1 billion position for a $400 million loss on investment. Now, why? Because he just thinks that the new model for Netflix, introducing a new ad tier, so you have to watch ads, and then a higher tier to pay for no ads, isn't a good idea. Now I want to go why what Netflix is doing is actually a really, really smart move, and why people like Bill Ackman can actually be wrong. So I'm gonna go this over in this video. Now, first of all, this guy thinks that it's not going to be good for Netflix. We have other analysts like JPMorgan thinking this is going to be a huge thing. I want to take both sides of the claims, and then I want to put out my perspective and what I think. Then you guys decide on where you guys stand at. So JPMorgan is thinking that, okay, this is going to make billions of dollars for Netflix. One huge example of a ad running media is YouTube. Okay, they make all their money off of ads, and you guys have to understand, it's not just ads on you watch the video and randomly a ad pops up. This could be just a banner ad. So when you scroll in Netflix, you can see kind of like ads. The top movies could just be ads. Now, people don't want to pay for their ads. They pop. Personally, I don't like ads. I'll pay for no ads. But at the same time, I don't have YouTube Premium, and I'm fine with those ads. So it's very, very interesting on what you guys think, because you have to really understand, if you really, really don't like ads, okay, and YouTube makes a lot of money off ads. If you don't like ads, you're going to be buying the premium version. Now, since Netflix, the whole change, now what Netflix is going to do is have a higher price for no ad tier. So again, think about this on how much potential money Netflix can actually make. Now again, Netflix isn't the only one doing this. Okay, first we had Hulu. I never liked Hulu because of the ads, but if you don't like ads, you can pay for a higher tier, right? But then Disney Plus announced that it is also doing a ad tier. So at this point, I was like, there's no, even like Crunchyroll, if I watch any shows or anime, everyone has ads now. So that's the thing, Disney, Netflix, they're all in this competition. And maybe because having ads is a profitable model, right? I mean, again, YouTube is doing this. So kind of really put that in perspective. Give me a media, probably HBO Max, that they don't actually have ads. So that is one thing that I am looking at. And, Disney copying kind of like the ads thing was very, very surprising for me. So, take that in perspective and what you guys think. And the ad tier for Netflix is coming out in 2023, and it's going to be very, very interesting on what happens in the earnings call, future projections, because it is going to be very, very interesting on what Netflix thinks, the potential for ads are. So again, kind of like make your point and let me know in the comments on what you guys think is going to happen with Netflix, especially with Disney's. Do you guys like ads? YouTube ads, I can stand, but when I'm watching a movie, no, I don't want any disruptions. If there's just like banner ads on Netflix, that's kind of fine. Like, I don't care. Now let's get started with the technical analysis for Netflix, because the technical analysis is actually very interesting. Now we do have a cup and handle, which I want to go over a little bit over here, but the main thing is that, again, we have earnings. This is a coin flip. We're gonna have a lot of people on Discord, Twitter communities. They're going to play Netflix earnings because for some reason this is just a stock that retail trader likes to play on Netflix. Because if you take a look at the history, literally every single time they have massive drops for earnings. It's absolutely ridiculous. One time we actually had a positive upside for the earnings. But taking a look at statistics, it usually drops on earnings, and retail traders, they kind of like this. They want to go from $500 to $10,000, and Netflix might be the way to do that. Now let's take a look at the technical analysis. So the technical analysis looks very nice. Now the first thing that I take a look at is we have this massive gap caused by earnings. So this gap was caused by earnings because of massive loss on their revenue, plus them adding a ad tier. So we had Bill Ackman, again, the smart dude that I was talking about, sold right around this area. Now this is psychologically a massive field that we are watching, because we just have a empty space going on over here. So if we do start entering this gap, watch for a potential fill to the upside. Now me personally, I'm going to be waiting after the earnings, but I'm taking a look at the chart. I zoom in a little bit over here, and we have a cup. So we kind of have like a base of consolidation where, it's been kind of trading sideways. It tested the gap entry. So this is very important. It tested the gap entry because people know, okay, this price action is telling us that this is a major level of resistance. And if we start entering this level of resistance, we have room to the upside. So that is very, very important to understand. Okay, we can see, we entered right over here. And again, we have a roof. So we could see that price is rejecting this level as the market isn't also strong enough to push to the upside. But me and everyone else, we are going to be watching this massive gap for a potential play. Now we have a symmetrical triangle, so this is kind of like the handle for the cup and handle. We have a stop loss over here. So stop loss below $222. So if Netflix breaks this level, it's game over. Okay, it's not even a cup and handle anymore. It invalidates. And if we break that level, pretty much our next level is, the bottom support, or we also have another support over here. So I'll actually chart these out instead of just, scribbling down. So we have this level of support, and then we have these levels of support. Again, go to tradingview.com, use my link in the description, and copy the levels over here. So if you break this level, okay, we have the support, $222. We have $206. We break this, and our next level is $168. One thing that I could do as a trader is, potentially scalp, calls. So scalp off these levels. So scalp off of these levels of support. So buy calls, for a day trade or whatever. So that is what I'm looking at, potential ideas. Again, I'm just throwing out some ideas, and if I'm, after earnings, if I see the opportunity, I might take it. So that is what I'm watching for Netflix, but mainly it is a coin flip. So I'm going to be actually waiting until, after earnings. I'm not going to gamble on earnings, but I'm hoping, we kind of trade sideways on earnings, or at least get, some really, really good news and start entering the gap. Once we start entering the gap, I want to play calls to the upside. Now that is it with Netflix. Very, very simple. Again, it is really a coin flip. Okay, we have earnings coming up, and in general, we also have a lot of tech earnings coming up, and it is going to be very, very interesting. But other than that, let me know in the comments your thoughts, because you can't really complain with ads anymore. Every media is starting to have ads now. Only thing, I actually never even used HBO Max, but I believe they don't have ads. So let me know in the comments, your thoughts and what you guys are thinking for Netflix. are you guys going to play the Netflix earnings? Because I know a lot of people who are going to be playing Netflix earnings. Overall, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and see you guys later. Bye bye.